So here are the cutouts. Let's have a look. Let's go into X-ray mode. Let's go into our side view here, now what we're going to do, we're going to do the door. We're going to do doors and windows of the compartments first. So let's come into object mode. I'm still in edit mode there. Object mode. Okay, and we want to add a mesh, a cube. There we go. There it is. So just grab that, and we're going to work on this first window. Okay, I must go and name things in a minute. So grab, there we go, put it somewhere in the middle there, scale Y, and let's just draw this back. There we go, that's about right. And scale Z, so just draw that down. Scale Z, and there we go, just grab Z, perhaps just a bit on the big side, scale Z, just draw it down, that's it. So there we go, that's the window. Okay, now it's very thick, so scale X, don't need it that thick. Don't make it too small either. Okay, so there we go. Now, what do we want to do? Let's reset the scaling, because I'm going to do some beveling on this. So we go Control A, and rotation and scale. So there we go, and now I want to go into edge mode, select that edge, that one, and that one. There we go. Now side view, and go in a bit so we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to go Control B, okay, pull this down, there we go, and then just turn the center mouse wheel 1, 2, 3. Now you can do it however much you want. I'm going to go for 3, because obviously the more faces you create there, the more geometry you're creating, even with a cutout. So keep it as minimal as you can get it. That should do then. Okay, so let me go top view, and let me just grab X and put it on the edge of our vehicle. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one. Now what we need to do is mirror that. So I'm going to go side view, okay, and make sure that it's set to 111. We did when we did the bevel, but always make sure it's set to 111, because now what we're going to do, we're going to add an array modifier on it. Now we're not going to use a relative offset, we're going to use a constant offset. Now if we have a look, the distance of these carriages are 190 centimeters, so basically everything here is going to be around about 190 centimeters apart. So that means this window and the next window, this on the right hand side of the door here, should be about 190 cm. It might be slightly more or slightly less, but not much. So if I start here and go minus 190 cms, okay, and it looks a bit slightly out, so I know there's 9 windows going down, so I'm going to go 9, okay, and I look and it's going out as I get down to the end. Okay, so what we want to do then, let's add something here. Let's go 9.1. yeah, so it's getting there. Let's go 9.2. too far, so let's go the natural thing would be go 1.5. okay, and that's not bad, that's not bad. I'm going to try just perhaps 3. I don't know, 5 was probably as good as any. 5, let's go. Let's go 7. No, that's too much. Yep. So In fact, by trial and error, I would say 6 is spot on. Okay, so there we go. They line up now with our drawing, which is 1 to 1. Okay, and now let's call this then. We want it's a compartment. It's win 1 cut. Okay, that's what we'll call that one. Now we want to replicate that on the other side of the door, so just duplicate, okay, and grab, and let me grab Y. I don't want to move it in the other direction, and grab Y. There we go, and that should be okay at the back there. There we go. Yep, that's fine. So we've now got front and back windows of our carriage. So let me call this win 2 cut. There we go. And now there are our windows. So let's see if they work. So we want to select the vehicle, and we're going to add booleans here. We're going to do a boolean operation. We're going to cut out. Okay, so boolean. Now the boolean, it's the difference, and it wants to be comp window cut. Then create another boolean. Okay, and this wants to be comp 2 window cut. And there we have it. If we now turn off our 2 cubes, and let's go into object mode and solid mode, there are our carriage windows. Yeah. Now you can see here where it might look steppy. Well, you would do that by actually adding a smooth modifier on this. So if you shade that smooth and then take that off, you will see then that you've created it smooth there. Now smoothing will take a certain amount of extra power to the model, if you like, you know. It will make it bigger and all that, so you may or may not want to put smoothing on those, and I probably wouldn't put smoothing, so I'd probably keep them, let me say the right one, I'd probably keep them as flat like that. Okay, so that said, that's done. Okay, next thing to do would be the door. Now the door, let's come side on, and let's go wireframe, and hang on, let me do that. Right, okay, the door. Now we have to be careful with the door. You can hopefully see the difference between the outer shell and the inner shell. So the door must end here on the inner shell, and the same at the top there. So now if we create another cube, okay, grab that and let's bring it where our door would be, okay, and scale X. Oh, I don't know why I'm scaling X. Scale Y. Okay, let's get the width of our door, which is probably about that. Grab Y. Okay, grab Z, so bring that down, so we're just I'm going to go perhaps into X-ray mode so I can see where I'm going. Okay, and grab Z, so I want to just cut it just not on the line but just above the line there. Okay, I want to do the same at the top here. I've got a line here, so let me go there, let me go in, make sure I'm in X-ray mode, go into point mode, deselect, grab these top points and pull them down under this line here. You can see the line just under it, doesn't have to be much under, as long as it is under. There we go. And that's the door. Okay, and again let's just scale X, and let's just top view and take this out, grab X, take this out to the edge. There we go. There. And again side view, and let's add our array. So yeah, same again, 9. Okay, and again constant offset. Well, we should be able to do it with the same offset that we had the other one, which was minus 1.916, I think. Now can you see the last door is there? Now you might think, oh, why is that? It's the same as the windows. No, it's not, because this is really highlights the problem of not resetting the scale to 111. If you have a look at the scaling of the door, we've scaled it, but we haven't reset the scaling. Now magically, if I go Control A, reset rotation and scale, there we go, and the doors perfectly line up all the way down. And that is a classic example of why always reset the scaling. Once you've done something, scaled it or whatever, reset it to 111. And that's typical, that constant offset, that if it's not set to 111, it won't work properly. So there we go. So there's our doors, and let's click on our unit there and add another boolean. And let me need to go back and do the door. Now, which one was the door? It was this one. Yep. So this goes 1. I don't know why I don't really need to put a lot on here, because it's a cutout. And in fact, I won't. I'll put this comp door cut. There we go. I don't need to put an LOD on because it's not being exported. Okay, so go back to our mesh, and there we go, comp door cut. And so now let's go back, let's go into a proper mode, not X-ray mode, and there we go. Let's switch off our door, and there we have it. We've got our doors and windows all cut out. So the only trouble is we've only got it one side. Now that's easy enough. What it means is that we are mirroring before the booleans, so we want to move our mirror. Now with 2.9, 2.8, I think it's the same. Just grab that little tab there and pull it down. It was a little up down arrow, but now you can just pull the this little set of dots, which usually I think means float the window, but you can grab that, and there we go. There is our compartment, and there are our doors. Now what we can do while we're here is say what we're going to do next. Well, next we're going to do the cab. Okay, but the door is going to be the same, so we can copy the door, but the windows are different. So that's what we're going to do next, is the cab. So okay, we're going to do the cab now. Let's come into X-ray mode. Now the door, let's get this door cut out, and let's switch it on. There we go. And so now I can just duplicate that. So there we go, duplicate it. Now I don't want the array on it because I've only got one door, so let's delete that array and side on, and let's just move the door up to here. So grab Y and let's just move that door to there. Okay, perhaps grab it, move it back a bit, grab Y, just a bit there, there we go. Okay, so again we want to click on this, add another boolean, and let me make this, I've just changed this because this wants to be cab door cut. Okay, and let's just click back onto the vehicle and cab door cut. There we go. And again we need to move our mirror, so move it underneath there, so in fact now we can see that we've got our cab door now. So now it's the side windows, and let's go side view. Now you could, it is possible to use the windows you use for the carriages, but the trouble with that is you don't want to squeeze, because you'll squeeze the sort of angle of that curvature, which you don't want. So you might as well start from afresh. So let's add a mesh, a cube, there we go, and let's just grab it and put it there, and let's scale Y. Let's bring this in and grab Y and scale Y again. So that's about it, and then scale Z, bring this down, that's it, and grab Z, just line it up a bit there. Okay, so there we go, and let's again just scale X, don't need it that wide, there we go. Now at this stage I'm gonna cut these out as squares, because when you have a look at this, it is that there is a square cutout with the curvature around it. So I'm going to leave this square for now. We may have to curve it later stage, but in reality the way it's cut, I think for some reason the cab windows are cut square, and then the window surround fits round that in that curved manner, which can only mean that it sort of fits almost inside like a seal would around a window, to give it that curvature. So for now I'm going to leave it square because I think that's how it's done. And let's go and let's grab X. So unless I find out otherwise, I'm going to leave it square for now. Okay, so that's this one. So this is cab win side cut. Okay, and again let's select that, and another boolean. Got a lot of booleans here, and let's this cab win side cut, there we go. And again we need to move the mirror, grab the mirror, put it down there, and there we go. There is our cab window and our cab door all cut out. Now we want the front. So one thing here, you might want to name these booleans, and one way of doing it, let me turn all the cutout you comp door cut, yeah, turn all cutouts off. Okay, so you might want to name these booleans. Let me just, there we go, and let's just see what they are. So So that is win 1. Make sure, yeah, this is win 1. Comp win 1. Okay. So this is probably comp win 2. You don't have to do this. This is comp door. But it does mean it's cab door. It does mean that you can identify when you want to get rid of ones in the next process. This is going to be cab side win. There we go. So now we know all that then, and let me cab side window cut. There we go. So we've got all our side windows cut, and now we need is the face on windows. But before we do that, we may want to create doors. Now, how are we going to do it? Well, we could use the cutout and use that, shape that, but there's a far easier way. And that easy way is this. Let's just make a copy of this. There we go. I just need to think if we're going to use... No, we don't need to come back to this. So I'm going to make a copy of that. Okay, so there's my copy. Now, I only want the door cutout, the compartment door and the cab door. So let me delete the windows and that one. Okay, and now I may not be able to do 2 of these, I don't know, but if we switched it to intersect, then let me turn off that one. Yes, there's a fault. I think I can only do 1 at a time, but there we go. There are our doors. Nicely sort of curved in the middle. And yes, I'm going to have to make another copy, only this time do it with the cab door. So again, if I actually just copy that, duplicate that, there we go, and this time turn off that door and switch the cab door on, then we've got the cab door as well. And in fact, I can now, for the cab, I can delete that one, and for the carriage, I can delete that one. So if I call this DTS, in fact, we'll call this doors. So DTS doors. There we go. And that's the cab. So DTS cab door. Okay, so I might want to clean this up a bit, so that they're not too lengthy, these names. But for now, I'll leave them like that. But what I am going to do is, I think, do I want to start getting collections? Yes, I think I do want collections. So here we go. I'm going to create new collections, and I'm going to select them and add them to a collection. So I want this to be in the collection. I want it to be in a collection called DTS. So this is the whole trailer, DTS. I want them to be in the DTS trailer. Yes, I don't need to use them for the other trailers. I'm going to create another collection, and that collection is going to be the compartment. So I'll go DTS compartments, DTS compartment. Okay, so they want to be in that as well. Actually, that one doesn't. I'm going to rename that because that wants to be cab. The one I've got selected is the cab, so that wants to be in the one marked cab. Okay, there we go. And these now want to be in DTS. I've created a new one, so I'll carry on with that. So this wants to be in DTS compartment, DTS no, compartment. There we go. And they also want to be in what have I got them in? Collection, DTS compartment, and I want them to be in general DTS as well. There we go. So they're in their various collections. Let me, there they are. So let's move forward then. I'm just looking and I can't actually see physical collections here. I'll check that out. I've not worked with collections in 2.9, so perhaps it works differently, but it definitely says they're in those collections. When I load it up next time, we'll see. If not, I'll have to physically create the collections here. Okay, so now where do we want to go? We've got our various bits and bobs. We want to turn off the doors. There we go. And let's get to the outline DTS, which is this one, and there it is with everything cut out. Switch it on the doors. There it is with the doors. Okay, we might need to just reduce the size of those doors slightly, because what we don't want is when we render it is for it to be a blank wall there because it fits too snug. So we'll see that as we go along. So now let's go front on. Let's go into X-ray mode. There we go, and there are our cutouts now at the front. Remembering now we've swept back here, so we should be okay. Now let's have a look. What do we want to produce then? We want to produce the windows here. So let's grab that, okay, and put that in the middle of this window here. Like I say, these want to be square, so scale, and let's just scale it. Grab X, okay, scale Z, and grab Z. Okay, I'm doing these square, and as I say, these all have a surround on them, and I think that hides the squareness. If it doesn't, we'll go back and we'll redo them, but we want one there, and let me just duplicate that. Okay, might as well grab X, and there we go, grab Z, and scale Z, make that slightly smaller, grab Z, there we go. So that's okay there, and let's duplicate it again, and let's grab Z, and this is going to be the cutout for the destination board. So scale X and scale Z, perhaps just scale X slightly. Okay, so there are our cutouts for those items. So I'm going to go top view, okay, and let's start naming these. So I think let's scale Y. Just reduce it a bit. Scale Y. There we go. And scale Y. Okay. So now we want to then select, or rather we'll name them first. Let's find out where that one is. Okay, so that's no, let's make it one word. Dashboard cut. Okay, this is we'll call this the number cut. Okay, and this is going to be, oh, let's select it, and it's going to be front win cut. Okay, so let's now add those booleans. So there we go, we're back on this one, and we're going to add more booleans. So there's one, and it's going to be let's look where we are. Destination board cut. Yeah, and that is cut. So dashboard cut, switch it off. Just come out of X-ray mode. There we go. And let's now do these. Yep. So again, another boolean, and we want cab wind side cut, comp wind, destination board. Let's move down. What one are we on? Well, either one. We can go front window cut. Oh no, is that the side window? I'm not sure whether I've cut there. Let me bring the mirror down to the bottom, and then I can see the other side. Yes, so that's cut. And one last boolean, and that's going to be the number cut. So let me hide those. So front wind cut, yeah, number cut, there we go, and there we have it. There is our completed trailer with all the windows now cut out. Okay, so that is the basis of the vehicle. It's got all the cutouts. Now where do we go? We want to compartmentalize it, make separate compartments. So we want to put walls in, and we want to start working on the doors, the door furniture, the glass and things like that. But that's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next one.